Hello, sweet friends. Welcome back to Bible Stories with Jules. Quick question. Do you think something this small could defeat something this big? Well, today's Bible story is about a small shepherd boy and a giant warrior. And guess who wins? Are you ready?
Bible Stories with Jules!
Can you sing the Sparkle Bible song with me? Open. So you want to open your Sparkle Bible? Open your Sparkle Bible bright. Can you sparkle your fingers? Sparkle your fingers? Let God's light bring your hands up to the ceiling. Shine in our hearts. Beautiful. Look what you did. Where are we? We're in a battlefield. On one side, it's an army called the Israelites. And on the other side, it's another army called the Philistines. They are getting ready for battle. I wonder, who do you think will win? Let's sit right here for our Bible story. Here's my Sparkle Bible, right in the nick of time. Can you join me for another song? Open your ears, open your hearts. Our Bible story is about to start. David and Goliath, a story from the first book of Samuel. God's people, the Israelites, were in trouble. Two armies stood facing each other on a big battlefield. On one side were the Israelites. On the other side were the Philistines. A giant soldier named Goliath stood tall on the battlefield. He was huge, bigger than anyone else. Goliath wore heavy armor. He carried a giant spear. His voice boomed like thunder. "Who will fight me?" he shouted. Everyone was afraid. Would you want to fight a giant? Yeah! The soldiers shook. Even the king felt scared. No one felt brave enough. But nearby there was a shepherd boy named David. David wasn't a soldier. He took care of sheep. David wasn't big like the soldiers. He wasn't the strongest. But David trusted God. King Saul looked at David. "You are too small. You are not a soldier." But David said something brave. "When I protected my sheep, God helped me. He rescued me from lions and bears. He will help me now." King Saul gave David his armor. David tried it on, but it was too big and too heavy. David said, "I can't fight in this." He would fight the giant in his simple shepherd clothes. David picked up his staff and chose 5 smooth stones. Let's count them now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. David picked up 5 smooth stones. But he only needed 1. He took a sling and walked toward the giant. Goliath saw David and laughed. "You are just a boy," he said. But David was not afraid. "You come against me with sword and spear, but I come against you in the name of the Lord." David swung the sling. Whoosh! The stone flew through the air, and the giant fell down. God helped David win the battle. Sometimes we feel small, like David facing the giant. Sometimes things feel a little scary. But God helps us be brave. What a special story. David looked small compared to the giant, but God helped him feel brave. I wonder, when you feel scared or small, how can God help you feel brave? Let's head back to our Sparkle Nook for a prayer. Let's fold our hands and close our eyes. Dear God, thank you for being with us when we feel scared or small. Help us remember that you are always with us, and that when we trust in you, we are brave. Amen. Thank you so much for coming today. See you next week for another Bible Stories with Jules. Bye.